Yes, I'm blonde now. Yes, I was gone for a little while. Welcome back. If you've clicked on this video, it's for one of 3 reasons. Number 1, you've been here before. So hi, hello, welcome back. Number 2, you've seen the title and you're probably thinking, Amber, what the fuck? And number 3, you're probably lost. The Streamer Awards have been put together now by QT Cinderella. I don't know what category QT predominantly streams in now, but I do know that it is a lot of just chatting. Friends with a lot of the more upper echelon of Twitch and YouTubers. I regretfully will also say Ludwig's partner, just so that way then for those of the male species. No, I'm kidding. For those of you out there who watch a lot of Ludwig's stuff, you probably know QT through Ludwig. So QT's been around for a while, has put on something called the Streamer Awards for a while, and every year it gets bigger, so does the entitlement of streamers. A lot of people have a problem with the Streamer Awards because they think that it's kind of rigged. Those of you who have no clue, the Streamer Awards is essentially our version of the Streamies, the Golden Globes, the Oscars. It's essentially like a giant award show for streamers. QT's done a good job of incorporating and including quite a lot of different categories. There's different genres for different kinds of streamers. There's VTubers, there's speedrunners. I think there's speedrunners this year. I could be wrong. Different categories like up and coming, or, you know, for Kai, who just broke one of the world records yet again for the subathon, his Mafiathon 2. And the Streamer Awards have been held since 2022. So QT's been doing them for 22, 23, 24. Wait, Feb 24? Why is nobody talking about the fact that we're doing 2 this year? Why are we doing 2 Streamer Awards this year though? And I'm not going to touch on that because I don't want to know. Your timing is your timing, girl. I can't be complaining about anyone else's timing because I'm always late and irrelevant and not doing things when I say I'm going to do them anyway. So QT obviously announced that the Streamer Awards was in December and that voting was live, and the onslaught, a very loud majority. You know how you kind of tiptoe around saying somebody has a micro penis? This is kind of the same thing. It's like not a very big community of people, but it is a big community of people. There's a very loud, entitled community when it comes to streamers or streaming or Twitch as a whole. And they let the internet know that they were unhappy. Not only this year did QT quite literally say this might be the last time due to negativity. From what I've read in conversations with her friends, she has also said things like, you know, if you don't want to be involved with it, just don't watch. And I'm not saying that the Streamer Awards is a good thing or a bad thing. I'm simply Switzerland in all of this. And some will say, yeah, well, you can't hate from outside the awards if you're not in them. I'm in Australia anyway. I'm not going to the awards. It's never gonna happen. The APAC region is so forgotten about. I'm more worried about the fact that I don't have NBN still and that my internet drops out more than a 14-year-old going to a public high school. Do you know what I'm saying? There are bigger issues that I am trying to attend to. I don't think it's good or bad. I do think, however, subjectively, the principle of the Streamer Awards is a good thing, but for different reasons, not for the reasons that you may be thinking. Not because it's like everyone gets together and hangs out. I don't really care about the argument that it's good for community or that it brings people together, because if we've seen anything, this has separated a lot of people. It's separated smaller creators from larger creators, communities from communities, people who think certain creators shouldn't be nominated at all. There's a lot of separation here anyway. It's not for you and me. When I say that, it's not for us in the sense of community, it is for the communities that are already shared. The one thing that I do want to point out too is every year that the Streamer Awards have happened, it seems to be like the same group of people who are up for these awards. And that's really important because that's what 9 times out of 10 the argument the opposing team has. Which, to be fair, could be seen as a little bit of Twitch nepotism. Realistically, every single industry has it, whether you like it or not. There's a little bit of favoritism that goes on. And you would be lying if there wasn't, but it's for good reason. The Streamer Awards as a whole, from an outside perspective looking in, isn't for community, it's for goal setting, which is very important because I think a lot of us have forgotten what that is. It's something to work towards. Very important here. Very, very important here. There are categories in the Streamer Awards that cover up and coming or streamer with less than, I think 300 is like the category. I don't care enough to have looked at the very specifics because each year I watch a couple of them as it comes out. I maybe click on the stream. I'm not involved in it enough because I like to stay Switzerland. Just to give you a little bit of context, obviously, if you type up QT Cinderella Streamer Awards, you'll see that there's a lot of back and forth between between very educated and level-headed individuals. Another year, another QT Cinderella meltdown over the Streamer Awards. That one's not bad. To be fair, she's put in a lot of effort, more effort than your dad probably ever put into conceiving you with your mum. So you should say thank you to her for still carrying you for 9 months. There's a lot of stuff here where it's like Streamer Awards are horseshit, anyone going is a leftist, Streamer Awards is one big circle jerk, no different from any other award show. It's calmed down now. It's very divided though between the community in a sense. On the day that the Streamer Awards was announced, I did see a lot of people complaining creator-wise about how it was incredibly isolating, or it like didn't even think about the smaller streamers, or it wasn't inclusive enough. I want to maybe, if I could, ever so gently just put my hand up and ask the question of, when did being invited to a Streamer Award show become an entitlement, and when did it just not be about goal setting? Because, and hear me out, it's not that it's not inclusive, it's just that we aren't invited. Does that make sense? The Streamer Awards realistically is inclusive. It includes a bunch of individuals who have gotten to a point where their communities all mingle to each other. They are reaching goals, or they're trending, or they're becoming quite popular, or there is something that their communities, and mind you, this is very important, a lot of this is community driven. So the community votes for their streamer in those categories, or can put forward. For instance, I saw a lot of people being like, oh, why wasn't Queso voted for Streamer of the Year? He should be. He won Up and Coming, I think, last year, and he's no longer Up and Coming. He's already won it. He is that guy. He doesn't need the Streamer Awards. If anything, the Streamer Awards needs him. And if he's not nominated, it's because his community didn't care enough to nominate him. And that's entirely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. What becomes an issue is when people, including streamers of my sort of category, start complaining about how it's not inclusive, it's a circle jerk, and it's just this big wank fest. Realistically, it should be seen as something for us to set goals to work towards. We should be encouraging and celebrating someone in the industry doing this for our industry. I think a lot of people forget that. You can have your opinions on something and you can say, oh man, this thing is really stupid. And I hope that you never watch an award show ever. So if you watch the Grammys or the Oscars or any of those other award shows that are just that, little pools of nepotism that sometimes if you reach your goal, you could maybe break into, then that's fine. Don't watch them. I think for our industry, including streaming, at any size, we should be supporting something like this, because our industry will die out if we don't. And I say that because people from the outside see these events and then they see us at all sizes tearing it down or talking shit about the others in the industry and what's going on. It's so juvenile. It is so juvenile for us to, and I'm talking specifically stream. I'm not talking necessarily community members. Community members, you guys are full of shit sometimes too. I don't think we realize just how important doing stuff like this can be for our industry. Really large sponsorships, really large events, communities that do intermingle. So then if you do get invited to one of these things, or if you get nominated for one of these things, other people's communities might see you and be like, oh, I want to check that person out. I think the biggest thing that we have to remember though, it's not that you're being excluded from it. You're just not there yet. Oh my God. I feel like I've just given the same speech that Ninja did about video games. It's not just a video game. It's more so about working towards something. And I think maybe that mentality shift, this one is obviously for you. This one's for streamers. It's not really for my beautiful audience who normally watches stuff here. I do have some really cute stuff coming for you guys. So please, I'm so sorry that you just listened to me rant for about 10-ish minutes. The takeaway is it's about goal setting. The Streamer Awards, whether you like it or not, is good and beneficial for us. Don't be upset that you couldn't be involved in the circle jerk. Come by yourself this year, and then next year, maybe we can all come together. I can't believe that that's how I'm finishing this video. Holy moly. If you are new here and you've found me for whatever reason, thank you so much for watching. I will hopefully be going back to my regular schedule of gaming and then normal content. I know I've obviously been away for a bit. I went to Japan, then I went to America, then I came back for a month, then I did PAX, then I did Tassie, and I have been fucking tired. I hope that you appreciate my ramblings. The Streamer Awards is gonna happen, I think, December 7th. I'm looking forward to seeing who wins. It could be really cool. Maybe next year we'll have a large enough community that we can vote for me as the best Minecraft streamer, because I don't play Minecraft and I don't talk to underage children. I think that is more than enough to win. Okay, bye. I'll see you guys in the next one.